This next student, talk about talent, is a person who I have gotten to know the last couple of years because he is a member of the Superintendent's Student Advisory Group, which is a broad range of high school students of all different kinds of academic ability and talent and background as selected by their principals to serve on an advisory group that I have, and I meet with them regularly. And so I've gotten to know this young man, and before I knew any of this, I thought he was a remarkable young man just by his character and his kindness and his nature. But I'd like to introduce at this time Vik Shirvaikar. And you may have seen some information on him this spring, as he is only the second student in Frisco ISD to ever earn a perfect score on the SAT. He'll make some comments to you this morning. Thank you.
Good morning. I'd like to start by just saying what an honor it is to be here. My name is Vik Shirvaikar, and I will be a senior this year at Liberty High School. I've been at Frisco ISD since kindergarten, going to Anderson Elementary, and Fowler Middle School. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. We hear about no child left behind all the time, and Frisco certainly does a great job of that. But I think what people don't always realize is that Frisco also does a great job with, if you will, no child left ahead. What I mean by that is, in my time in Frisco, I've noticed that whenever I don't get something, when it doesn't quite click, I've always gotten the help I needed. But whenever we do understand something, when it makes sense, we're never left to just sit there and wait. We're always given new challenges, given something else to push us ahead and keep us going. I can think all the way back to my first grade year for an example. Our teacher, Ms. Williams, noticed that a few of us would consistently do well on spelling tests. So she started sitting down every week and putting together a new, tougher word list for us, a challenge past what was needed. It was a simple gesture, but it's those types of little things that have made such a big difference throughout my education. My teachers have always had high expectations and been ready to push us to the next level. Perhaps the best example I can think of was in middle school, GT English class with Ms. Pittman and Ms. Arndorfer. If you didn't put total and complete effort into every assignment for that class, then God help you when your parents figure out where you hid your report card. But looking back on it, I wouldn't want to have it any other way. That challenge helped us so much with building all sorts of skills. And by the time we were finished with that class, we were more than ready for high school and beyond. I've also loved how my teachers have always had creative and fun ways to show us things. In U.S. history in 8th grade, to get a quick overview of America in the 1900s, we could have made timelines or read a book. Instead, Mr. Sitzler had us listen to Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire" and talk about some of the lyrics. In physics, just last year, to learn about motion and free-falling objects, we could have just learned the formulas and done some work on paper. Instead, Ms. Mosley gave us some numbers and sent us to the top of the band director's tower, and we had to figure out when to drop a water balloon to try and hit her on the head as she walked by. In 5th grade, when we needed to learn the states, we got to actually help paint a giant map of the U.S. on the basketball court behind the school. Don't tell anyone, but I think I spilled some paint on Idaho. These kinds of things have always helped keep us interested, while still making sure we actually learn what we need to. I was at a summer camp last year, and I mentioned to someone that I was from Frisco. He said, I kid you not, "Isn't that the place with all the schools?" But in all seriousness, I love having smaller schools, and I think any other student feels the same way. It gives us so much more opportunity to really get involved with all sorts of activities. And it really does make a big difference to us when our teachers know us all by name and need, which is really only possible in that smaller school environment. Last year, as Dr. Lane mentioned, I got some attention for my perfect SAT score. Afterwards, lots of people asked me whether I had been to any SAT prep classes. and they were mostly surprised when I said I did not. But the truth is, I felt I had been prepared well enough by the education I got in Frisco ISD. My math and English classes were a big part of that for sure, especially AP English last year with Mr. McNair. But my science, social studies, and many other classes all helped give me the ability to pull off that kind of accomplishment. Prep classes and books are fine, but I couldn't ever have done it without the education I received in Frisco schools themselves. This whole speech, I've been looking backward at my last 12 years in Frisco. But now I'd like to look forward at the 1 year I have left. This year, since it's my senior year, I've decided to take it easy a little. I'm not taking as many AP classes as some of my friends, only 6. Everyone tells me senior year is supposed to be easy. Let me get back to you on that. But in all seriousness, I know this is going to be a great year. And while a few more weeks of vacation probably wouldn't hurt, I'm still looking forward to next Monday. All of you teachers, administrators, and staff do a great job of keeping FISD such a wonderful place. And I'm proud and happy just to be a part of it. Thank you and have a great year.
You did good.